And now we'll hear from the gentleman from Delaware, Mr. Castle, for 1.5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Garrett, for holding today's hearing. I believe debating the future of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac is of importance, as these entities have tremendous impact on our housing and finance markets. I also believe that we cannot neglect talking about the future of other elements of the housing market. While the GSEs are important, we also need to consider other aspects of housing finance and their role in the market moving forward. The events that began unfolding last summer have led many to believe the public-private business model of government-sponsored enterprises is inherently flawed. Does this model invoke moral hazard, where entities backed by the government take unnecessary risks, all because they know they will be provided a lifeline if things go really bad? On the other hand, does this argument apply to all public-private partnerships, even though some of these partnerships have worked well? Perhaps it is not necessarily the model at fault, but perhaps some of the practices adopted by the GSEs themselves that are in need of reform. So the question is raised: what do we do with Fannie and Freddie in the future? Should they return to GSE status after we have exhausted the conservatorship role? Should they become an official government entity? Or do we privatize them and eliminate the government backing role altogether? I am looking forward to the testimony of the panel before us to try and hash out this issue. I also hope that the experts before us today will be able to address the future of the housing and mortgage market in general, as Fannie and Freddie are simply parts of the greater debate this committee needs to address. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Castle. Now